Welcome to the opening of Blokees Defender 5 Traitor to Tyranny. So I've got a box for us to go ahead and open. Got it from AliExpress. Link is in the description if you want to get it from the same place I got it from. Came pretty well packed in bubble wrap. Do got a little bit of a ding right there, but the box is pretty good shape. So let's get started. We've got some artwork on the front, on the top of the box, on the front of the box. We've got similar artwork. We've got some depictions of the figures we're going to get, plus the specials. So the way this is going to work is we will get all of these figures, but we may, instead of getting a Galvatron, we may get a special Galvatron. And if we're really lucky, we might get the special armored Galvatron. Or instead of getting the Jetfire, we might get the shattered glass Jetfire. Or if, like again, the much rarer armored Jetfire. The shattered glass is a 5 in 124 or 144, and the special Galvatron is a 5 in 144 as well. They're both 5 in 144s, and these two are 1 in 144. So we will be at least getting one of these two, or possibly one of these two. And if we get the special for Jetfire, then we'll get the regular Galvatron. If we get a special for Galvatron, we will get the regular Jetfire. All other figures are going to be 1 in 12, which will give us a one of every character. Side of the box, we got logos on both sides. Bottom, we have absolutely nothing. And at the back, we just got stuff and words. All right, so let's get this box open. We'll just cut away the plastic. Always cut away from yourself. All right, so typically with these Defenders set, we've been getting a large card on the top of the box. And let's see if that's going to hold true for this set. And this set, they have stopped giving the free card on top. Boo. All right, I liked getting the cards. They're pretty cool. So I'm going to try to go ahead and get this box. We got to go ahead and get a box for display. So first you need to work with the perforation along the top here, then along the sides. Then there's some folds right here. You want to fold it like this. Then you tuck this flap on the back of the box. Should give you that. Then on the front, these flaps will be removed with some perforation on the side. You want to do each side. And then there'll be some on the front. Here and here. Then you can fold this to break that perforation. And then this is the box as you would see it in the store. So we're going to start with this box. And let's get started. Let's do some zooming in. adjust our light. The box has art on the front. It has some explanations on how one of our figures is going to work, the trailer for Optimus Prime. We got all the figures here, just like we did, kind of like what we did on the front of the retail box. Words, more words, and logos. So let's get started. Always cut away from yourself if you're using a knife. Inside the box, we got one bag, and we have a card. Let's see what's in the bag. All right, in the bag, it looks like we are going to have a Combaticon vehicle, and it looks like this is going to be Onslaught. Let's check the card. And there we go. We have Onslaught. And then the back of the card is going to have some instructions on how to put Onslaught together. So let's get started. All right, we're going to start with, looks like this piece. And we're going to go ahead and put on the wheels. There's two places. Snap on the wheel, the center of the axle. Like this. They do roll. Then we're going to, this is going to be, looks like it's going to be towards the back. And we're going to start, we're going to put, let's see. Find that piece. What piece is that? Well, this is the grill. This is going to go in the front here. Let's see what the side wheels. Side, is it this? No. Is it this piece right here? Well, obviously we're looking, okay, so that has, oh, I see. We're looking for this piece right here for the windows. So we're going to put this, kind of hover it over there, over these holes, and then this should sandwich them. So these two pegs are going to go in those two holes. So just kind of trying to get the line up. Actually, I think it might be easier if we just set that clear paste into here first, then get it pegged in. Oh, actually, I think this grill is impeding us, so the grill probably didn't need to be put on first. Let's take that grill off without breaking it. Okay. Put that there, then we got the grill that can go on. And that is upside down. Okay, so we got our grill in, we got our windows under the cab. And next we are going to put together, it looks like we got these two sides maybe. Okay, so this and this, or no, this, like this, and then this will connect them. So we're going to put this see which one goes forward. Looks like this piece is going to hook on like this. It looks like. And then it's going to hook onto this piece like a trailer. Like that. And then these two dark blue pieces are going to go. It almost feels like I got this backwards. Yeah, I do. Okay, so this angled part right here is going to face forward. Like this. Then we're going to be able to put these two blue pieces. This peg should go on the front hole. So this peg here into this hole right there. Then we are going to insert these turrets or these barrels into this turret like so. And then it'll be put into this ball peg. And you could probably display them like this. It could turn around like this. It can go up, down a little, side, spin all the way around. Rolls around pretty decent. But there's our onslaught. Almost feel like maybe we should paint this silver to match the turrets. But there we go. All right, there's our first figure, Onslaught. Let's go to our next box. So go to box number 2. What we got. Oh. All right, looks like we got Galvatron. It looks like it's probably the regular Galvatron. So right now, odds are we are going to get a special Jetfire. Now, we just don't know which one. If we get the shattered glass one or the armored one. I think I'd rather have the shattered glass one, but it does always feel good to be super lucky and get the armored one. Okay, so let's put together Galvatron. All right, so there is his chest piece, his front, and here's his back. We got 2 pegs for 2 holes. Fit together like that. And let's see. Let's find his arms. Looks like this is it, maybe. Oh no, that's his. Okay, that's his forearm. I think, yeah. Okay, so here's his 2 forearms right here. And then we got this little gray piece to peg in there for his upper arms. I Then we can go ahead and plug these forearms in. Like so. And then this one has a peg on it, which we're going to have put on like here, like so, on his right side. Then let's find his waist piece right here. And you'll plug it into this hole, go into this ball joint on the bottom of his waist. And then we need to set up his legs. We're going to start with his lower legs. We got this piece right here. And then we have this piece right here with his knees right up here. So that'll plug in like so. And we can go ahead and put a foot on. Let's set up his other one. Same deal. Put a foot on. Have his toes facing front. And then we got these little purple pieces, ball joints to plug into here. Have this facing to the side, and it'll plug into this ball joint here. There we got his leg on that one. And do the same thing. Another one of these purple pieces goes into this ball joint, or this hole. There we go. Plug that into the other side. And let's see. We can go ahead and put his hands in. And the ball joint will plug into that hole. Same on the other side. Then we got his head here. And we've got some color separation for his eyes, which will, this peg will go into this hole that's deep inside of the head. And there we got our color separation in. And then there's a hole there for this ball joint. And he can do a little bit of up and down. He can spin all the way around. Side to side, all that good jazz. And then we've got his cannon, which is a nice translucent orange plastic. And there we got Galvatron. I think it's a pretty good looking figure. But let's move on to box number 3. On box number 3, I'm going to ask if would appreciate it if you like this video to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. It really helps me out, and it is very much appreciated. All right, let's see what we got. And we have, oh, there's our special. We got Shattered Glass Jetfire. So this will be our 5 and 1/44 figure. So settled it pretty fast on what rare we got. So let's get them together. Let's see. This looks like it's his back. And then there's his torso, so 2 holes, 2 pegs right there. And we got that going on. We have his head and some red color separation for his eyes. It's going to go together just like we just did with Galvatron. That peg going into deep into that hole there. And it's so this is all metallic purple, metallic gunmetal, and even the red in his eyes is metallic. Looks pretty good. And then we got just the green is just printed on. But it does look pretty nice. Put his waist on. There we go. Let's see, get some lower legs going. So there's the front. I'll peg into the back of his leg like this. And then it's got these kind of like silver feet. Let's see which ones are his. I think this looks like it's his legs. Up thighs. And I'll peg into here. Like so. And we'll do his other side. His foot on. Whoops. Don't put it on backwards. Get that thigh in there. Pop that into the other side. So far, so good. I don't think his head's going to spin around because of this backpack. So not a lot of movement on the head on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put his shoulders in. It's these larger pieces going like that. I don't see the other shoulder. Did it stay in the bag? Let me check. Wouldn't be a stream without me. Oh, I put it on. Haha, I put it on the leg. Okay, so let's take that off. And we'll put that on there. Then we'll put this piece down here. And then there we go. All right, let's put on the lower arms. Just remembering that this part always goes on top. And then we can put the hands in. Like that. Just a hole there. Ball joint goes into here. And then we got his blaster. And we'll make him left-handed. This looks nice. I like this one a lot. So I do need to, now I kind of need to find, whoops, a regular Jetfire at some point. All right. Box number 4. Box number 4, we're going to get reflector. All right, so there's his front. There's the front of his chest. Let's find his back piece. All right, looks like that's probably it. 2 holes, 2 pegs. Then we can set up his head with his separation. Large peg into large hole, just push it up in there. Now he's got red eyes, and we can pop that on the neck ball joint. And let's see. I'm saying these are the shoulders. Let's see. There's another one. Pop that in there. And again, the forearms are similar to all the other forearms we've put on. Let's see, get a waist piece, put that into the ball joint. Now we can go ahead and just put these on first if we want to. His thigh pieces. Then we need to assemble his legs. So this is what the back pieces look like. And then we got 2 back pieces here. Let's grab the front. Pretty plain. He doesn't have a lot of paint on him. It looks like they just put print and paint on his chest. So let's put the ball joint in there. Then we can put a foot on. Making sure that the toe faces forward. And just click those 2 together. Put the ball joint into there. Foot. Then we'll go ahead and peg in his hands. There we go, and he's got a blaster. And there we got reflector, which makes me wonder, there's 3 characters that are reflector. Are we going to get the other 2? And if we do, are we going to get just 2 of the same? Because I believe the other 2 just look exactly the same, I think. But I don't know. Guess we'll see in future sets, because he is the only one in this set. All right, we got box number 5. I think we're kind of cruising along here. There's an extra piece in here. So I think we know what that is. These extra pieces, yeah. Is there anything else in here? Okay. Well, before we open the bag, we're getting Optimus Prime's trailer, which I think is just great. I'm really glad that they've included this in this set. Okay, let's flip this over. We'll look at the instructions. All right. I think it should be pretty straightforward. Separate everything here a little bit. All right. So this piece will go together. I think it's going to go together like this, to where this will fit in towards the back. And I believe this should be, do I got this right? I think I got this right. Let me make sure. Yeah, I believe so. Okay. We need to put on the side. So if we, okay, so this is going to go, I'm going to put the treads, match it to these treads right here. So I'm going to pop this in here, and that's going to be the back of his trailer. So that means that this is going to go on this side. Then the other side. Like this. And we can go ahead and close it up. And then, okay, so what you want to do is you want to close the two sides together first. There's a peg there, and then there's a hole. Oops, there's a peg there, and then there's a hole there, and they'll match together. And then there's two tabs here and here that will go into these slots here. So that'll hold it in the back. So that looks good. Let's see, we are going to skip this step because I want to put on the wheels. Okay, so we got roller here. And it looks like all of these are the same. So what we're going to do is put two, how many wheels does roller have? Okay, roller has 3 wheels, it looks like. So I'm going to plug those here. Or 3 sets of wheels for 6 wheels total. All right, so there's roller complete. Then we'll put the other 2 sets of wheels on the back in this blue part of the trailer. And then looks like we've got a trailer hitch we can put on. And they'll fit like that. So this hitch, when the hitch is on, okay, so 2 ways to do this. We can take the hitch off. Well, we should be able to take the hitch off. Okay, well, I'm not going to force the hitch off right now because it's very thin. There is a peg right here if you want roller to tow Optimus Prime's trailer. You could do that. I don't want to anyway, because what I got here is I've got from set 3, I've got Optimus Prime. So what I'd rather do is I would rather take off this and then hitch the trailer to Optimus Prime like this. Which I wish it was closer. And then what we could do is, I believe, let's see what our options are. We fold that down, put this apart, and there's a bar right there. And we'll move this over to here. And put it like this. And then we can just have roller fill in the back there. Close that up. Close that up. Well, it looks like, is it a tight fit? Yeah, it looks like it's a tight fit. Let's see. We could have this go up a little bit and then back up roller a little bit more maybe. Nope. Okay. So that's closed up. So this is a little disappointing. It looks like roller may not fit that great in there unless we are meant to have roller facing this way. Oh, he kind of tucks in a little nicer under the turret. The kind of nose of roller fits there. Then if you close it up, then okay, so that works. So you have to have roller facing this way into the cab, but I guess he's just going to have to, you're just going to have him back out if you want him to. I guess you're going to have to open that up, have him back out. So you can make it work. And then Optimus Prime has this. And this doesn't swivel, which oh well. But then you can swing these out and have an Autobot preferably grip onto those and shoot from there. I'm not sure what these are for. I'm not sure. Now, don't see anything on the instructions saying. Maybe they're for weapons. I don't to put his guns in. Maybe. I'm not sure. But here we go. This is from set 3, Defender 3. And then here's our new trailer, which I like. I like having an Optimus Prime. I wish that this cab wasn't so far apart, but it does give it, I don't know. I feel like it could have been closer maybe. But it is what it is. I'd rather have it than not have it. Or have it like that than not have it at all. Alright, so this is our 6th box. And if you like the stream so far, please like, comment, subscribe. It really does help. See who we got. For number 6, we have got another vehicle. It looks like this is our last vehicle this set. This will be, or this box. It looks like we got Swindle. Vehicle mode. So getting closer, for this set we've got Onslaught and Swindle, and then last set we got, okay, the wheels are going to go here, we got Brawl. So getting closer and closer to Bruticus. kind of similar to how we eventually got, okay, 2 tabs here, 1 tab, 1 here, how we did Devastator in the first 3 Blokees sets. It looks like we're going to have, if it follows about the same, we should have 2 more vehicles in the next set, and then a accessory pack to be able to do Blokees. Alright, so we've got this piece right here, and we're going to put the 2 weapons on either side. So it looks like he's got a rocket, and then he's got a gun, and then that'll plug in to this right here. So the turret doesn't go up and down. It can spin it, but in order to angle that, you're going to have to angle each individual. It's kind of weird. There's this kind of hole on here, so I'm assuming that has something to do with the combined mode, maybe. So it will rotate around, but you're not gonna get any up and down altogether. All right. So there's Onslaught, or I mean Swindle. So box number 7. And it looks like we got Optimus Prime. This is going to be, I believe they call this the Shining one, which is it's basically just translucent Optimus Prime. And he comes with this coin, which kind of has this gradient gold spray. It's like a red translucent plastic with the gold gradient spray on it. And it looks like we got, this coin has Jetfire on it in his alt mode. So we'll just put that aside, and let's build Optimus Prime. Okay, so here's his head, and he's got, so his color separation for his eyes is actually a solid blue, a light blue. And there that is with its color separation in. And let's see. There's his back. There's his chest. Just pop those 2 together. We'll put that head on there. And then here's his shoulder. Put the Autobot symbol facing forward. And then his other shoulder has no symbol. Got that. Then his lower arms. They're pretty much shaped just like all the other figures. And then he's got these translucent blue hands. Fist. Which, okay, actually, So we got a choice here. You can take out one of these fists. And he's got a translucent orange axe, which looks cool. But I don't know. I might look good on this figure too. So if you got some other another Optimus Prime figure, you might consider that, using it with one of those. There we go. Let's put together his lower legs. Sandwich together. Alright, so the lower legs have this little box on this side, so it does matter which side you put them on. So this one will be the left. So far on our other figures we've gotten, I don't think, oh yeah, it did matter on Galvatron 2. Or not Galvatron, Jetfire. This purple went on the outside. I did it right without even really thinking about it. And then we got this little piece for the back. It's just got two big holes for the pegs. And it goes on just like that. And there's our Optimus Prime. Just like our old other Prime, except for he's pretty much translucent. Actually, I'm going to spin this around because I had there's some writing on that waist, and I want that facing towards the back. It really shows up with the translucent plastic. I don't know if I did that with the other ones. Let me see. Nope, that one's good. Oh, that one I want to change. And Galvatron's good. I'm going to go ahead and readjust Jetfire before I forget. So I'm going to just take his legs off. Spin his waist around. Oh, it had print on there too. I didn't even notice. There was some print on his waist. So this was done incorrect. I did that incorrectly. Now we're fixing it. Before we move on to our next box, which will be box number 8. Box number 8. Oh, looks like we got Shattered Glass Soundwave. All right, let's put them together. Okay, so I like this. They did a good job with this head. They didn't just repeat the Soundwave head. They've actually have a sculpted in his headband, which he had in the Shattered Glass comic books, which I think is really cool. Okay, so he's going to have these lime green eyes that match his headband. And let's see, let's get his torso ready. So there's the front. Let's find the back. All right, there's the back. Just plug those in. Pop that head on. So Shattered Glass means the Decepticons are the good guys and Autobots are the bad guys. And you can see his Decepticon logo there is red instead of purple. And that's the same with Shattered Glass, Jetfire. His Autobot logo is purple instead of red. Oops. Put that there. His lower arms in. Go ahead and pop his fist in. All right, and then we got his waist. Make sure we got the correct side. Yep. And then his lower legs. I didn't pull out the regular Soundwave version to compare. I think most people know what he looks like, so... Okay, so the lower legs are symmetrical, so it doesn't matter what side you put it on. You're good either way. Just make sure his toes are faced forward on the feet. And then he has his shoulder mounted thing, sonic weapon, I guess. And then he's got his blaster. And there we've got Shattered Glass Soundwave, which I really like. So far, we haven't gotten a ton of... Did we get... I'm not sure if we've gotten the... I don't remember if we've gotten the Shattered Glass Megatron in Defender yet, or if that was in Galaxy that we've gotten that. I'll have to check sometime. All right. Here's box number 9. And at number 9, just take the opportunity to remind you to like, comment, subscribe. It's very much appreciated, and it really helps me out. And let's see who we got here. Okay, so this is Sunstreaker, right? One of the twins. All right. Is that Sunstreaker, or is... I can't remember the other brother's name right now, and everything's in Japanese, so... All right. So there's his head. There's his eye separation. The front of it is chest. Then the back, we'll just pick that in. Is that the way it goes? Yeah. We'll put his head on. Go ahead and put his waist on. Let's see. There's his arms. They're shaped a little different than the other ones. Let's see. Where's this? Okay, there we go. Lower arms. his hands, fist. And then his thighs. Then let's get his lower legs ready. Okay, so I have two different colors. Just got kind of a dark gray for the front, yellow for the back. Symmetrical, so it doesn't matter what side they're going to go on this one. Then pop his feet on. Okay, then we got Sunstreaker with his blaster. There we go. Looking good. Let's get on to box number 10. Get away from yourself when using a knife. Let's see what we got. Cyclonus. All right, let's put him together. He's got some red color separation for his eyes. Goes together just like the other figures. Just like that. Got his chest piece here. And his back with his wings. Pop that head on the shoulder. Let's see, what's he got? All right. His upper arms. Lower arms look like just like everyone else's. His light gray fist. Got his waist. And then his upper or his thighs will be a light gray. Then we put together his legs just like we have everyone else. No printing or anything on them, and they are symmetrical. This figure doesn't have a lot of print on it at all. Put together his other lower leg, calves. Pop them on, toes facing forward, and then give him his blaster. And there we have Cyclonus. Looks pretty good. All right. 2 more boxes. And this is box number 11. And here we got Sunstreaker's brother, Sideswipe. Let's put him together. Eye separation fits in just like the other bots. Here's the front. His back's just a little, is it different? All right, put the head on. Go ahead and find, because I found it pretty fast, we'll put the waist on. And then here's his upper arms. Here's his other one. And these are considered, they were considered twins, but they do have different parts. So I guess they're not identical, are they? All right. Put the hands in, fist. Whoops. All right. Stayed on the table. Light gray lower legs or upper legs. Then, now just like his brother, he does have different colors for his thighs, but they are symmetrical, so it doesn't matter what side they go on. Let's put the red and the dark gray pieces together. Then he's got this light gray feet, and he's got a blaster. And then he's also got this shoulder weapon, which we have a ball peg right there. So we'll just peg it in there. And then there's side swipe. Last box. And I don't remember who we've got left. That's okay. Not even gonna look on the box to see who it is. Okay. We got Jetfire's alt mode. So since we don't have the regular Jetfire's robot mode, since we got the shattered glass version, so we don't have anything really to go with this. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, I think we got this piece right here. Is that what this is? I believe so. I think it looks like this. Okay, so I turned this around. And how does it go in? Okay, so these holes will face out, and you're just going to slide it, peg it into this little hinge. Looks like this. And then we're going to take this piece. so we got something, 2 pegs. Okay, this right here. Let's go in this way. Okay, so it looks like these 2 ball joints are going to slide into these slots right here. Okay, they're going to pop in. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, then you got his wings. And I would put the printed side up in these with these pegs. Then these 2 holes will peg into here. And then these pegs will peg into these larger holes right here, it looks like. Just like that. And was there something I should have done first? Oh no. Okay, so this will go right into the back here. Only I got upside down. It does matter how you put it in. I think. Okay, like that, looks like. Then this piece will go into here. Okay, so there's a hinge. There's a hinge, and it'll go into this hinge is how that's going to go on. And then you can, when you get in, fold it down this way. Right. So then set this down for a second. This red piece will peg into these 2 pegs. Like that. And then this light gray piece looks like it's gonna slide. Okay, so there's 2 pegs, small pegs right here and here. They'll go into these 2 small holes right here. It fits in like that. And then these 2 just pop in. And then there's this plane mode. And I believe there's another mode that he's supposed to have, and I'm not sure. Whoops. How that's supposed to work. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. Maybe I'll figure it out and do another video on how to do that. Maybe a short. But yep, here's Jetfire. It's got some pegs here, so looks like it might peg into something else. I don't know. Okay, so that was our last box. We've opened everything, we've built everything. Let's see what we got. We just did Jetfire. Let's go with our vehicles. We've got Onslaught, part of Bruticus. Swindle, also part of Bruticus. We've got Optimus Prime's trailer. So we'll kind of hide his cab there because that did not come in this set. Let's zoom out a little bit. There's our cards. So there's our vehicles. We got the brothers, Sideswipe, Sunstreaker. We've got our Shining Optimus Prime, which is just translucent. We've got Shattered Glass, Soundwave, We've got Galvatron. We've got a minion for Galvatron. We got Cyclonus. We've got Reflector. Will we get another? I don't know. And then our special figure we got is Shattered Glass Jetfire. And I think he is the figure of the set for me, with Shattered Glass Soundwave being a close second. And then we got this coin that came with Optimus Prime. And we got various cards for each figure. So there's our Shining Defenders 5 Traitor to Tyranny, unboxed and assembled. And I think this altogether is a pretty good set. I'm going to be really curious on how Blokees comes together, but we got one more set to arrive, at least one more set to arrive before we can do that. I appreciate everybody who's seen the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. But until next time, have fun.